We know that we are the largest selling company, largest demographic for purchases in this country. What's happening though is the things that we need and we use every day aren't the things that we produce.
What's going on, Black Bookers, and welcome back to another episode of Book Black TV. We have the lovely Bayina here, okay, to tell us about her lovely business. Before we get started, we're gonna see if she got a black card, and we're gonna play Black Family Feud. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, this one is easy, okay? Name one thing that Black people buy as soon as they get their income tax.
Got a car?
Yes, it is! You know, Black people love when they get them a new car as soon as they get their income tax check. So she definitely got her black card, y'all. Now, tell us about yourself.
So my name is Bayina Khalil, and I am a new Houston resident. We've been here for almost 7 years. June will be 7 years. I'm born and raised in Miami, Florida.
Okay.
And I am the daughter of a Spelman grad and a Howard grad.
Okay, Black College.
HBCUs are us. And we moved here in 2014 as parents. My husband and I celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary this year. Yay.
Black love.
And we wanted to create something for our children to be able to learn how to do for self. My husband is in the sport business and I'm an educator, neither of which you can really pass on to your children. The sport thing you probably could, but I knew as a teacher I couldn't pass that on. And so being teenagers, they're always asking for something.
Yep.
And so I wanted to give them an opportunity to learn how to work for what it is that they wanted. We have been using the True products. We started using it in 2013, bought it at an event, didn't look into repurchasing it, went back to those other brands, and then we picked back up purchasing it around 2018. At that time, they told us they were looking for distributors, and at the time they did not have any Houston distributors. And so I thought this would be a perfect opportunity for our family to invest in this product, invest in this company, Black-owned, veteran-owned business, and so we became the first distributors of True laundry detergent. Teaching full-time and the children being in school, we could only use the weekends. So on the weekends we would be at the Shrine, we would be at various Black festivals and events, vegan markets, Black markets, all kind of things on the weekends. And then through that, I network. I'm very loquacious, gregarious, sociable, whatever you want to say. And I'm always, I never meet a stranger. And so I would introduce my children to people and we would start talking and they would just give them suggestions and tips. And so we ended up partnering up with 3 Black-owned businesses, female Black-owned. Our Little One Red Shop, our Veg Side Market in Spring, and Exchange to Change on McGregor. And those were our first 3 stores that we placed the product in. And so we went from doing weekend events, we sold a little over 2,000 units in our first year. Yeah, we were working hard.
No, I be seeing you working hard. Cause every time I turn around, you be like, oh, we sold it. We in this shop. We in this shop. We in that shop. You can find us here. And I'm just like, dang.
Yeah.
To see you guys out actually work. I ran into you. You was working.
Yeah.
So, but to see you guys actually working, I think y'all think a little bit outside of the box. Do you think that's because of COVID that y'all started thinking like that, or?
Well, I always knew. So being an educator, I was never into business, and to me, it's just very hard for me to sell things. Ironically, we own a nonprofit organization that we have owned since 2004. But for me, that wasn't selling necessarily a product. It was more of a service.
Gotcha.
We offer life skills and leadership training to teenagers. We go out camping in residential areas, and so I never felt comfortable even pumping that. Like I would always, kind of like play to the left, like, yeah, we do that work. People be, this is great, send my kids. And I'm like, because I've never been a salesperson. But when you have a product like True, like you're literally not working. It sells itself. And people love getting behind a really great product that happens to be Black-owned.
Yeah.
And so that's where I decided this is something that our community needs, it benefits from. So it's easy for us to sell this product because we know that the benefits that it brings to our community. And so putting it in the shops was a big step for us. We started doing fewer markets, and then when COVID hit, we had to make that shift. We ended up doing more home deliveries to families, and started looking to educating the community. And so we began planning in July for the Texas Spark Entrepreneurial Academy.
Okay.
So what happened was we went to an event, Exchange to Change, shout out Exchange to Change, and we met Ashley with Spark Digital Media.
Okay.
And she was a wealth of knowledge. I mean, speaking to her for 5 minutes, you're like, how much do I owe you? Because she knows so much and she's so open with sharing her knowledge. And so I went on about my business, traveled, did some things. Yes, I traveled.
Girl, don't worry about it. We gotta live our life. We can't be stuck in this house.
Followed all my precautions.
Yeah.
And
you working.
Yes.
Yeah,
and so and so when I got back, I reached out to her like, hey, I have an idea. And she she took off, created a Google Classroom for it, started creating like an outline for our curriculum. And then we decided to make a promo video for it. You may have seen it on our social media pages. And then we said, let's bring in more people. I started partnering with the Black Store, with Randy. Sydney designed our website. She's with Ion Houston. Of course, Nina with Exchange to Change. Reached out to a few other people. Hopefully they'll be able to join us when they can. But we wanted to make it a situation where various business owners that have expertise in different areas, marketing, customer retention, product selection, product design, logo design, whatever their specialty is, teaching anyone who's age 14 and up how to either start or how to continue to build an existing business. And so that's the pivot that we made, because we realized that this product is great. Yes, it sells itself, but we want to empower people to be able to either go into business for themselves if if this market hasn't taught us, or this time in our history has taught us anything, we need to be able to take care of ourselves.
Definitely.
And so we started the idea of the academy, and we're going to be implementing that in the middle of January to give, like I said, 14 and up an opportunity to learn what they need to do to run and successfully operate as a business.
So how would someone looking to get involved get their children involved? How do they, is it a selection process? How anybody can?
Yeah, so if you go to KhalilTXTrue.com and you click on the tab at the top, you will see the registration form for the academy. So it's a $50 fee to reserve your spot, and the cost is $200. Yet the first 10 people get $100 off. They get a 50% discount due to one of our corporate sponsors.
That's amazing. I think what you guys are doing is amazing. It's a lot of distribution companies out here that are not Black owned, so I'm not going to mention them. But the way y'all work ethic says a lot. I feel like y'all are really pushing. I know you said it's not something you have to sell, but the effort that I see that you're making to make sure that it's around people to be able to purchase, I think is amazing, because most people selling products, they just oh yeah, I sell this, and then they put a little sticker on their car, and they just yeah, I sell this, you should buy it. And with you, it's I see it everywhere. I would have never known anything about a Black owned laundry detergent if it wasn't for you guys. There are other people here that sell True. I've come across them, and I searched for businesses, but they don't really market the same way, so I would never have known.
Yeah, we love what we do. We love the idea of selling products that we use every day. So we know that we are the largest selling company, largest demographic for purchases in this country. What's happening though is the things that we need and we use every day aren't the things that we produce.
Right.
And so the thing that makes it beneficial for our community is that we're selling something that we use every day. It's a consumable, like soap, toothpaste, right? And so it's something that we need every day, and by doing that, we are increasing the income of our community. So our distributors make 70 to 112% return on their investment. And when the students register for the course, they get 20 bottles with that registration fee. So when they sell those bottles, they're going to make over a 200% return. So it's they gain the knowledge, they make their money back, and they're able to provide this product to our community, and then parlay that into any other business they may decide to go into if it's not being a true distributor.
Right. So what do you feel like has been the most challenging part about being a business owner or being a distributor?
For me, it's going to be the work-life balance. Being that I teach full-time, that's a commitment to our children in the school system. I have my own 2 children. I have my husband. Like I said, we do have that nonprofit organization, and then you have to take care of yourself. I think really finding that work-life balance and just putting putting everything in perspective, you know, knowing the why makes it a little easier to do it.
Definitely.
I feel like when you're doing something just for money, or if you're doing something just for a fad or because it's the in thing to do, you may not see that long-term success that you're looking for. But when you know your why, you know your purpose, and you're really able to see this as Nipsey said, a marathon, right? Right? It's not a sprint, right? You know that this is going to take concerted effort on a consistent basis. Like our first year, we didn't really cut a profit between the product purchase, the vending fees, gas back and forth, buying different things for our table and promo and things. We barely cut a profit, but we were looking at the long-term gain. And ultimately, we, like I said, got to the point where we have now over 10 retail locations between Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and right now we just have an inquiry in Austin. And then we have over 5 individuals who are distributors themselves. They don't have a retail store, they are just distributors to their own network. And so the growth is limitless.
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah.
I see you, because I was like, hey, you know, we looking for some fabric softener, because I wasn't going to wash my clothes.
Yes.
With True laundry detergent and put my Downy beads in.
I remember seeing you all at the Shrine of the Black Madonna before I think you really took off with the Black Book Houston. And I just wanted to say what you all are doing is so valuable.
Thank
and
you.
There's so many people that I talk to. First of all, Houston, when I talk to friends and family and anybody, they'll say Houston is just a really growing city. A lot of young people doing things that are needed in our community and growing this city. And so Black Book Houston is a phenomenal opportunity to unify our city. Because when you go to places, you want to know, where can I hit up that Black-owned business, right? Where can I go for this product or this service? And a lot of cities don't offer this. Now, I've seen a lot of imitation is the surest flattery.
You know,
it hasn't escaped me that there are a lot of other.
It is, and you know what? Honestly, I feel like if they are kind of upholding their mission, I mean, I'm here for it, because you know, it's more than one of everything.
My mentor always says there's no competition, there's only creativity.
Yeah.
So when you find a new way to do an old thing, you got yourself a business.
And that's the thing too. I think, like, you know, even though there are some similar platforms, our sole mission behind the platform, it can't be duplicated.
And this is what you do. This is not a side hustle like it has been for our family up until July. This was something that you all do full time. And so when you give 100% or 200% to anything, right, you're going to see that return on your time and your efforts. So you all are doing a beautiful job.
Thank you.
And you're doing it together. I think that makes it even better.
Thank you. So if somebody wants to become a distributor, how do they, like, what do? They contact you? They contact True? How does that work?
So 2 questions that I usually get from people is, one, is there a financial commitment? And the answer is no. If you make a purchase of a bulk amount, if you never make another purchase again, there's no drawing from your credit card. We don't even have any credit card on file. And then the second question is, of course, how do I become a distributor? And so you would go to our website, KhalilHTX and you click on Become a Distributor, and you would purchase any amount that works for you, anywhere from 100 to 400 or more units of the product, and you can either pick it up for a 5% discount, or you can have it delivered to you at full price.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to reach out to you and contact you or find you on social media, where can they follow you at?
So our phone number is 321-345-9003, and you can find us on Instagram, Facebook at Khalil HTX True.
Alrighty, y'all. It's been lovely talking to our lovely friend here about her company. We must go now, so y'all make sure y'all tune in next time to Book Black TV.
Thank you.